So recently I posted about my friend Eric's article about male feminism. Now, another guy in Eric's college wrote a similar article, which he believed was piggybacking off what Eric was saying, and he meant it to be a satire. It's called Male Feminists, an Open Letter on Gender Relations. And it's, I commented on it, and my comment was a little bit harsh. Um, because basically he goes through all of these stereotypes and he addresses everything ironically, but the end of his article basically just says, hang in there, ladies, keep on trucking, you'll convert the good ones and the other ones will just have to deal with it. And this idea that men, that you just have to wait it out, and the good understanding men will get there and then the other ones will just come along afterwards, or you'll just change the world and they'll have to deal with it, is a dangerous one. And it's a dangerous one to promote, especially as a man. And somebody commented after I made my comment, which was pretty biting satire as well. He said, you should let people know that you should just write a headline saying this is satire next time, like, so that they don't get all offended. But the thing is that satire's not enough. To say this is how things are and I'm gonna make fun of that isn't worth anything unless you're saying something. And especially as a man, saying this is the way the world is, like, yeah, it is. It sucks. Like, women make less money than men. We can't pass the Lilly Ledbetter Act that says that men and women should be paid equal for equal jobs for some reason. Like, we live in a rape culture. I don't know. I'm getting into other things, but I just wanted to say what I had posted in response to that. Listen, I got the satire. What I didn't get was what it was really pushing for. Telling a woman all these things she already knows in a satirical, comedic way, fine, but now what? Especially if you write an article to women addressing gender inequality and you're a man. Maybe I went too far in my response, but what I took away from the article isn't too far from what I wrote. Besides this is the fucked up way some men think and the world is irony of it, what else is there? Where's the message? Where is the point? Where is the action? All I get is that another man is talking about and looking at feminism from a perspective that, though with the greatest of intentions, fails to look deeper or say anything really new. And he addressed his letter to women, so what does he expect? And again, the last paragraph of his article was, I'm assuming it's the only part that was genuine. He says, so I guess all I'm really saying is, all that really needs to happen to get feminism rightfully thriving is a shift in our general philosophy and a little more patience from you, meaning the women. When we break down feminism to its barest parts, all we get is the fundamental human desire for balance, and yet we still all can't stand together. Stay focused. Keep doing what you're doing. The good ones will come around eventually. And then he signed his name. I mean, I just think that that's so lazy of a message, and it's dangerous. And I know that he doesn't mean it like that. I know that he means it with the purest of intentions. But that's the problem, is that feminism has to reach men actively through the efforts of women, but also of men. Women won't gain equality by defeating these misogynistic men. It's not a war. We won't be leaving the battlefield behind us bloody. We have to change minds and hearts. And it's hard to do that because people don't even realize that they're misogynistic half the time. Women don't realize it either. I'm sure this writer doesn't hate women. I'm sure he truly believes that he wants equality for women. However, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that from time to time, in subtle ways I'm sure he doesn't even realize, he acts in ways that feed into that inherent misogyny of our patriarchy. We all do. It is a constant daily battle to decondition yourself from the fucked up things you don't even realize you believe. And that's half the problem. Not everyone who is racist belongs to the KKK. Not everyone who feeds into misogyny fits into that ass-slapping 1950s Mad Men stereotype of a misogynist. And not all men hate feminists because they hate women. Men hate feminism because it holds up a mirror and it shows you things you don't want to look at, things you don't want to admit to. Most men want to be that mythical, woman-loving exception. They want to be evolved. Yeah, you're pro-choice. You believe in equal pay, but it's so much more than that. It's not about the laws anymore. Because we can change the laws, but we can't change what happens on a day-to-day basis. We can't change the fact that the worst thing you can call a man is a bitch or a pussy. Other names for women. And the worst thing you can call a woman is a slut or a whore, which is basically just shaming women for being overly sexualized and then using that as the worst, and then we use it against each other. Sexism and misogyny is not easy to spot. It's not easy to erase. It's not easy to get rid of. But proclaiming yourself to be the magical exception, that one person who, though born with a penis, doesn't feel and act on their rights as a more equal member of society, then you are blinding yourself to the conversation. And the world spins on its axis, favoring inequality. Satire be damned. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. When it comes to male feminism, it's not about speaking. It's not about agreeing. It's about listening and empathizing. So yeah.